If you don't repent, yes.
Hey, hold this real quick. If he's running, yo, if he's actually disengaging, then it's already. Hey, police! Police!
Police! Help! Police! Help!
Why are you running, you coward?
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Why you're a coward, bro? Why do you break people's stuff and run like a coward? You're a coward, bro. Hey, police! 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 Hey, Toronto police! You're going to jail, bro. Officer! Officer!
These people always seem to mess with the right ones, because if he would have charged me, he would have been the one asking for the police.
I got bisexual hands. They'll go from doing this, turning them punches, to...
It's funny because I watch so many of these videos every day to find content, and it's always the party of peace that's attacking people. I never see it on the opposite side. I also don't understand why you chase somebody down just to scream for the police, but I heard that Canada is crazy, so maybe he didn't want to spend the night in jail.
Because they're actual Africans. They're like actual animal chimps. And they don't care.
That's gotta be racist.
30 St. Petersburg, Florida? Does that ring a bell? Oh, checkmate. Damn, it sounds like a library in this bitch. What's going on? You sitting there all quiet like a church mouse, dog. God damn. What was that you were saying? See, I bet you didn't wake up this morning thinking the Chip was gonna do that to your ass now, did you?
Now let me ask you another question. Who is Is that you? Don't tell me that's you, big dog.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Not like this. You don't look like a to me. Usually are nice people. You look more like a Ryan. You know, Ryans are hateful people. Oh, sorry. My bad. You want a piece?
You're really gonna ruin a 14-year-old's life over on.tv?
No, don't play the victim. Listen to me carefully, you fucking recessive chromosome. Okay, don't play the victim now. You knew exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the racist right, from my experience, isn't as prevalent as the left says it is, but they definitely exist. You go into a random Discord server talking about mass immigration, then next thing you know, you're talking about the juice getting kicked out of 109 countries and the shapes of skulls. Unfortunately, when you have politics, there are always going to be extremists, and they're always going to be the loudest ones in the room. Mr. Big Nuts was just calling him a monkey, now all of a sudden he's just a 14-year-old. I guess it ain't no fun when the monkey got the gun.
Where's your dad? Where's your mom? Where is your family?
Really debate you with facts. You don't believe in science. You don't believe in experts. You don't believe in research. You don't believe in data. You believe in conspiracy theories.
With all due respect, Representative, your party can't define what a woman is, so please don't talk to me about science.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I respectfully, this person's...
Respect me, but you want me to respect you. You don't accept me. Oh, you've lost my respect long ago. You're a man.
No, I'm not.
Then what are you?
I'm a woman.
Are you?
Yes.
Were you born that way?
Yes.
You were born with female vagina.
That doesn't make me a woman.
On the doctor's certificate.
I don't give the doctor's certificate.
I thought so. On the doctor's certificate, it says that you are what?
I don't care.
What does it say?
I don't care.
What does it say?
You have no right to ask.
No, I'm asking because you said you're a woman. What does it say?
I said I'm a woman. That's all.
What were you born as?
A woman.
Okay. So that's the point.
If having a vag doesn't make you a woman, then why do people need sex change surgery to affirm it? I know y'all have heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of Chick with a Dick?
Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat stretcher.
Cracker, why don't you feed your kids?
What are you talking about?
Skinny.
Get a real damn job.
So you can feed them.
We're helping the elderly.
No. Just a Trump supporting. Go feed your kids.
Hacked into it.
Oh, really?
King me out.
I can't believe we were approached by this couple while we were helping this elderly man. He recently had his bank account hacked and they stole a bunch of his money. And he had no way to pay for lawn care. We stopped over and helped him for free, but we were concerned that these folks would come back again. This was so far out in the country, it's unlikely that the cops would have got there in time. But my question to you is, why are so many people evil in today's society? All we're trying to do is help people, and after all, we should all try to help our neighbors and the elderly.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's...
Yeah, it's because of the death of religion, so now people get their morality from politics. The politicians have become the pastors. It's also because people don't have hobbies anymore, but they do have TikTok, so now everybody thinks that they're a politician. At the end of the day, though, we need more people like him and less people like her. She's been so brainwashed that she thinks people like him are the problem when really people like her are the problem. She just can't see it.
I see people on Twitter and they're like, that's stupid. We can talk to Putin. What's wrong with talking to Putin? They agree with everything I say. And then they seem to think that a genocide's okay. And they're pro-Israel. I'm like, no, the genocide is bad. You can't burn loads of innocent children. And then I find someone who talks about the genocide being bad. And I'm like, finally this person has a brain. And I scroll up and down their account and they think men can get pregnant. What the fuck is going on? Is there anyone left with a fucking brain cell?
You can say whatever you want about Andrew Tate, but he's right here. When RFK said that he was going to clean up our food, I thought that was something we could all get behind, but I guess it's a political opinion. And now it's time to make everybody upset. When the Luigi guy killed that CEO in New York, obviously it's not right to murder people, but the Republicans were acting surprised. I mean, the guy was a CEO of a company that charged people money, and then when they needed life-saving care, they were denying their claims at a 35% rate. You don't think that one of them is going to become murderous? Now, again, I'm not saying that it was the right thing to do, but we live in a country where people can identify as a pet and we're shocked that a CEO got killed. I've seen normal people get killed for less.
Destiny, I gotta say though, like, you care about facts. Like, I can see that. Don't you feel like sometimes your bias is overcrowding that?
The true enemies are people like you, okay? Unironically though, like you're
What?
No, but because you're so obsessed with trying to both sides everything, and it's like it's an impossible world to live in, because then people like you look at me like, aren't you kind of biased, Destiny? No, I don't think I am biased compared to the party that doesn't even acknowledge the results of the 2020, 2024, or 2016 election. Donald Trump still thinks all three elections were rigged. And you're asking me if I'm the biased one, right? Like, in 2016, he said that 3 million illegal immigrants voted with no evidence. Put together a commission to find it, couldn't find it, disbanded the commission. In 2020, he says that the election was rigged. They launched 60-plus court cases to try to prove that, lost basically every single one. In 2024, Donald Trump was still saying that there was, like, evidence of rigging at the Philadelphia place in Detroit. They were bringing no evidence was ever good presented for any of this. None of it was proven, right? And then he was like, well, don't you think you're being a little bit biased? And said, no, the right is full of f***ing liars right now and crazy people. So I don't think that I'm biased by calling that out. When the right does something good, then I say, okay, yeah, this is good. I give him credit for this. When the left does something bad, I would criticize him for that. Nobody on the right will criticize Donald Trump substantively for anything. That's why you can't even give me a single example. I can rattle off 5 or 10 criticisms of Kamala Harris off the top of my head for things that I don't like. You will never find the same criticisms for people on the right. Like, it just doesn't happen. I challenge you to do any of it. Other than, like, they'll give these, like, very, like, well, I don't like that Donald Trump is, kind of mean sometimes. Like, they'll give some shit like that, but they won't disagree with them on any policy.
And this is why centrists stay silent, because everybody's been so extreme that if you say anything, both sides just start hating you. I lean more to the right currently because I think the left is absolutely insane, but here's my unpopular Trump take. When Trump said America first, I thought that meant we were going to get out of the wars and use our tax dollars for other Americans, not send our tax dollars to Israel. And if you say that, the Republicans will look at you like you crazy. And by the way, in my personal opinion, I don't think we should help the other side either. I think it's a holy war that's been going on for centuries, and most Americans don't even understand what they're supporting. And I know there are people in our government with special interests and ties to other countries, but I am anti-World War III pro-American. Destiny is absolutely delusional if he thinks that everybody who's conservative supports everything that Trump does.
Hell yeah, Nancy Pelosi, congrats on your 20th term. Born in 1940, silly putty wasn't even invented until 1943. The slinky, also 1943. Aerosol cans, you came before all of that, but you still get to insider trade, and we get to deal with you until you die.
You know we're gonna make America great again, right?
We're being harassed over here, sir.
That's the 3rd time I've heard the buzzword today.
Okay, ma'am, can you tell me what's happening? They're in my space.
We're on the curb.
And shouting things.
They weren't shouting. We've been
Yeah.
monitoring them, so they're not shouting. There's nothing wrong with their presence alone. As long as you guys aren't doing anything to intimidate and invoke fear into people or provoking argumentative comments.
Does Tampon Tim count as like an inflammatory comment?
This is just rage bait content. Karens have to understand that you can't feed the trolls or they're gonna eat you and turn you into content. And I'm gonna laugh at it.
Let me see what you have.
I'm just looking at my partner the whole time, just going, they're so beautiful. They're just so, they're my funky little dude. And just, I am being very lesbian right now.
Honestly, same.
I'm so gay for girls. It's insane. I'll see a girl just absolute bazookas and be like, hey, why don't you come over Netflix and scissor, you know? Even though there are bigots out there who would say that what I do is unnatural, and to those people, I would say, from the day I was born, I was into chicks, okay? What do you want me to be? Into dudes? Get that straight shit out of here.
The cereal category has always been quite affordable, and it tends to be a great destination when consumers are under pressure. So some of the things that we're doing is first messaging. We got to reach the consumer where they are. So we're advertising about cereal for dinner. If you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that's going to be much more affordable. The other places that we like to go is we talk about making sure we have the right pack at the right price in the right place. So having a different size pack that'll have a different price point, that'll take some pressure off the consumer while they're shopping. So those are some of the things that we're doing. But in general, the cereal category is a place that a lot of folks might come to because the price of a bowl of cereal with milk and with fruit is less than $1. So you can imagine why a consumer under pressure might find that to be a good place to go.
Right. I'm all for innovation and marketing, but the idea of having cereal for dinner, is there the potential for that to land the wrong way?
We don't think so. In fact, it's landing really well right now, Carl. When we look at all of our data, of course, we would know that breakfast cereal is the #1 choice for in-home consumption. We understand that for breakfast. It turns out that over 25% of our consumption is outside the breakfast occasion. A lot of it's at dinner, and that occasion continues to grow, as well as the snacking occasion. But cereal for dinner is something that is probably more on trend now, and we would expect to continue as that consumer is under pressure.
Remember when BlackRock was buying all the residential homes, so now they're completely unaffordable? The solution was go buy a tiny home. Well, now that your family can't afford food, the CEO of Kellogg says, well, just feed your kids cereal for dinner. Now, I love capitalism, but here's the thing. You can't make it so that people who have a job and work 40 hours a week can't afford to live and then act surprised when more people are starting to support communism. We need strong leaders that care about the American people, and we need to back those people, but also criticize those people when they're wrong. Americans can't afford to have any more bad leaders. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or L, and give me the HBO special as a Help Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.